In the words of Conor McGregor, "We're not here to take part, we're here to take over." Born and raised in the heart of Dublin, Ireland, McGregor's life was destined to be anything but ordinary. As a young lad, he found his calling within the gritty, adrenaline-fueled world of mixed martial arts, a sport that would ultimately change his life forever. His journey began with his first professional fight, a match that was more than just a debut, but the start of an era. An era of raw power, unmatched skill, and an indomitable will that would shake the UFC to its core. There was something about McGregor, a spark, a fire, that set him apart from the rest. His charisma was as powerful as his left hook, and he quickly made a name for himself in the UFC circuit. With his unmistakable charisma and fighting spirit, McGregor was just getting started. From Dublin to the world stage, McGregor's rise was nothing short of meteoric. Bursting onto the UFC scene in April of 2013, this Irish powerhouse made an immediate impact. His first fight against Marcus Brimage was a spectacle to behold. A swift knockout in just over a minute of the first round. McGregor was here, and he was here to stay. But it wasn't just his fighting prowess that set him apart. McGregor brought a new style to the UFC, both inside and outside the ring. His unorthodox movement, his relentless aggression, his precision striking, all these combined to make him a force to be reckoned with. His opponents often found themselves unable to predict his next move, and more often than not, they paid the price. Outside the ring, McGregor was just as unique. His brash confidence, his razor-sharp wit, his larger-than-life personality, all these made him a standout character in the UFC. He had a way with words that matched his way, with punches. His pre-fight trash talk became as much a part of the spectacle as the fight itself. He wasn't just selling a fight, he was telling a story, a drama, a spectacle. And the world couldn't get enough. Victory after victory followed, each one more impressive than the last, each one adding to the legend that was quickly becoming Conor McGregor. He wasn't just winning fights, he was winning fans, he was winning respect, he was winning fame. In no time at all, McGregor had not only become a household name, but he was also rewriting the rules of the game. He was showing the world that a fighter could be more than just a fighter. That they could be a performer, a showman, a star. And in doing so, he was taking the UFC and the world of combat sports to new heights. McGregor didn't just aim to win, he aimed to make history. And boy, did he make history. One of the most unprecedented achievements in the world of UFC was when Conor McGregor became the first fighter ever to hold 2 UFC titles simultaneously in different weight classes. He didn't just break records, he shattered them. In 2016, McGregor, already the featherweight champion, took on Eddie Alvarez for the lightweight title. It was a spectacle, a masterclass in MMA. In the second round, McGregor landed a 4-punch combination that sent Alvarez to the canvas, crowning McGregor as the lightweight champion. The Irishman had done it. He was now the reigning champion of 2 weight classes, an achievement that echoed through the annals of UFC history. And then came the fight that broke all records, the boxing match against Floyd Mayweather in 2017. It wasn't just a fight, it was a spectacle, a clash of titans. Despite the loss to Mayweather, McGregor's performance was lauded. He stepped into a different sport, against one of the best defensive boxers of all time, and held his own for 10 rounds. This fight brought in an estimated $85 million for McGregor, and it broke pay-per-view records worldwide. These achievements had a significant impact on Conor's career and the UFC as a whole. McGregor's dual championship status cemented his place in the sport's history, and his fight against Mayweather showcased the crossover potential between MMA and boxing. His larger-than-life persona and ability to draw in massive audiences brought a new level of popularity and mainstream attention to the UFC. But McGregor's impact goes beyond breaking records and winning titles. He brought a new level of showmanship to the sport, raising the bar for what it means to be an MMA fighter. He wasn't just a participant in the UFC, he was an event. McGregor wasn't just a champion, he was a game changer. But every fighter, no matter how strong, faces their share of challenges. And Conor McGregor, despite his extraordinary prowess, is no exception. The road to greatness is often paved with trials and tribulations, and McGregor's journey is a testament to this truth. His first professional loss, a submission defeat to Artemis Sitnikov, was a shock to the system. Then, there was his high-profile defeat to Nate Diaz, a setback that sent ripples through the UFC community. But these losses, as painful as they were, served as catalysts for growth. McGregor didn't let defeat define him. Instead, he used it to fuel his determination and refine his technique. McGregor's career has also been marred by controversies, from altercations outside the octagon to legal issues that threaten to overshadow his accomplishments. These incidents, while regrettable, have shaped McGregor in ways we can't ignore. They've reminded us that he is human, prone to error and misjudgment. And let's not forget his brief retirements, moments when the world wondered if we'd seen the last of the Notorious. Each time McGregor returned, proving that his love for the sport is as enduring as his talent. Yet through it all, McGregor's spirit remained unbroken. His journey, with all its peaks and valleys, is a testament to his resilience. It's a reminder that even the strongest fighters have their struggles, but it's how they overcome them that truly defines their legacy. Conor McGregor isn't just a fighter, he's a phenomenon. He stepped into the octagon with a swagger that was infectious and a fighting style that was explosive. His bold persona and audacious predictions brought an electrifying energy into the UFC, turning the spotlight onto the sport like never before. The global interest in UFC soared, with McGregor's fights becoming must-watch events around the world. His brash, confident persona has been mirrored by many, shifting the way fighters promote themselves and their bouts. He's not just a fighter, but an entertainer, an innovator, a game-changer. But McGregor's true impact lies in his influence on future fighters. He's shown that a kid from Dublin with a dream can become a global superstar. His story has inspired countless others to step into the octagon and chase their dreams, no matter how big or how impossible they may seem. McGregor has also changed the sport in less tangible ways. His relentless drive, his unwavering belief in himself, and his refusal to back down have become a part of the UFC's DNA. They've become standards that every fighter strives to meet. In the end, McGregor's legacy isn't defined by his victories or his losses, but by his indomitable spirit and his unwavering belief in himself. "I am not talented, I am obsessed,"